Yeah, but no offense.
Oh, right, because I'm Amish, so I wouldn't know anything about your 69 GTO Judge. 455 big block, Ram Air, 411 Posi, something like that? Weird, that thing must have fallen straight from space. Well, good luck with your future ride, spaceman.
What's up, guys? Saturday morning, we're gonna drag this up. I'm trying to sell it, but I think it'd be easier to sell if it runs. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make it run. I think all we're gonna have to do is replace that old multi-spark or whatever it is distributor with HEI, and then replace the starter with one that's doesn't have the thing melted down, so it just constantly runs. We might put a new wire down to the starter on it. We'll see. So we're gonna have to disconnect the wiring going over here because it's all chewed up. We don't need a fire, so we'll cut it loose right there. That wiring harness toast anyway. So let me get some stuff over here and see what we can do with it. All right, so here's what I got. I got a Scamazon. It's a distributor, wire, everything you need, plug wires wise, and distributor. Starter bolts, I keep those on the shelf. We got this starter we pulled off of something. It does work. It was chewing up a flex plate on the blue truck when I redid the flex plate and starter and stuff, so hopefully it'll be fine for this. We'll see. And then we just got to get in here and start swapping stuff out. We're gonna disconnect the fuel system right here, run it off of whatever, just like we've done the others, and just get the basics in, see if she'll run. It turns over, so it should run. It has antifreeze in it, but it's below that because obviously there's a hole in it. So AC compressor still in whatever, we're gonna pull that off, but just one of those things where generally if it's parked like that, the AC worked when it was parked. So we're gonna see. All right, guys, so it's 10:30 right now in Texas. I've got everything walked over here that I think we're gonna need to swap this out. And we're just gonna see how long it takes from basically filled, because this thing's been sitting here, to now to get one of these things running. Like I said, I haven't done anything. I think the only thing I have done to this is made sure the motor turned over, and I've disconnected everything but the motor wiring harness because it doesn't look like it's chewed up, so we'll see. So we're gonna see if it runs. Next thing is brakes, because the brake lines, you can see them right there, are chewed up. I'm pretty sure I have a set from the brown truck because I had to order like 3 sets to finally get a set, and then everything finally come in. So we're gonna put this in, 75, 80 bucks on it, Scamazon for distributor and wires. It's not my normal thing, but it's less than going anywhere and getting one right now, and they delivered it to my door. So here we go. We got distributor, wires, starter bolts, new old starter over there off another truck, and then I found this wire in my wiring box, so we'll run it down to the starter and reuse it to get rid of that old one and just see what we can do. Alright, so first thing we're doing is getting rid of all these old wires. It doesn't matter where they go, where they went, we're throwing them away. We're going to run new ones. We do want to make note, number 1 wires right here. So our number 1, and we'll take a picture of this after we move it off, where it's at and all that, and I'll kind of explain it, because we're not going to pull a plug or do any of that weird shit. Or it's not weird, we're not going to do it the right way, let's just say it that way. So this is our number 1 right here. We're going to pull this cover off. We're going to pay attention to where the vacuum module is right now. We'll take a good picture of it, and we're going to figure out where the rotor is, and we're going to pull this one out and put the new one back in the same way. So give me a minute, let's get her apart. All right, let's look at this right now real quick. So this is 83, 84, somewhere in there, and they started, it's this whole wiring harness right here. It's a whole bunch of bullshit for changing your timing and stuff in your distributor. And when they go bad, they go bad. Generally it's shit under the dash or whatever. But like this harness right here hooks to that right there. Your feed comes in right here. We gotta find it. And this is your original feed. It plugs in here, which I'm glad they did that. And then it feeds around and does all kinds of weird shit right here. Like this one gets plugged back into your distributor. So we're going to remove this and then we'll tape that up. We might need to make sure it's still got power on it. Probably gonna have to fix that. But anyway, this is our main feeder for the new distributor. All of this other crap goes away. You'll find most of these have already been cut out. This having it on here still is kind of amazing. It's probably why it died and they couldn't figure it out. So I know the story on this truck is the owner died. They went in the nursing home, punched out, and I actually found the owner his obituary, so the story kind of checks out. Generally, you don't buy the story, but the story kind of checks out on this one. So what we're gonna do is get this out of the way and take good notes of where this is at. If I can turn the motor by hand, I may see if I can get it to come around to TDC or number one. But worst case, we're gonna put it back just like it was. So, but the reason this happens is it's got this, these come into the distributor back here, something goes bad between here and there, and then it all stops working. You can't even just put power to the distributor and get it to work again. You gotta replace it. So you can probably pull some shit out of here and get it to work, but I've never been lucky enough. I've been lucky enough to pull one of these out and rebuild them, but for the time and whatnot, whatever, it's easier just to have one delivered to the door and waiting for when I'm ready to do something like this. So let me work around, disconnect some stuff and work through it. All right, so we got our bolt loose, we got our distributor loose. Turned it a little bit, and I've been vacuuming up in there, trying to get all the crap out of the way. That way when we pull it out, hopefully nothing falls down in there. That's our goal. So when we come back, our distributor is going to be like right there, and our pointer is going to be right there. So we'll take a really good picture of it and see if we can get it back in place. All right, so we've pulled out the distributor. Done a little vacuum work here. You can't really tell. Did some vacuum work. Looks like we're going to have an oil pressure sender issue. Issue is it's missing a wire. So let's see what else is off in here. Maybe we can identify some problems, like right there. Where's that gun to? I think that's the choke. So we're gonna need to put some tapey tape on some stuff back here. See if we can get a look down in there, because that is not looking good. We're gonna have to clean this motor a little bit, maybe run some diesel in it or something. That's a joke, by the way. Anyway, let me get the new distributor, get it dropped in and see what it does. Here's what's in the box from Amazon. You get a distributor, you get a set of plug wires. It has that burnt popcorn smell already, so I know it's gonna be good. Hopefully she's not torched right out of the box, but we'll see. You hear that from AVE, that Chinesium smell. It has that smell of Chinese factories. It's one of those things, once you go there, see it, live it, you'll understand it. So, let's get this out, get it put in, and then move on to the next thing. All right, so all I did was line this back up where it come out at. It's back up to where it went in at. Took a good picture. It's right in that area, so we're pretty close. Now we're gonna put our thing back on the bottom right here. Our little hold down bracket. Snug it up and just kind of put this back where it was for now. Get the plug wires on it and then go from there. We got her snugged down a little bit. Put a little tape on that right there. We got our plug here. We're gonna put the cap on and then start putting plug wires on. All right, so we got our distributor in there. It's held down a little bit where we can still move it. Got our wires here, just kind of laid over everything for now. Next thing is we're going to go down there and we're going to replace that starter and disconnect the fuel pump and feed it off a bucket. So let me get it jacked up and we'll go under it. All right, so we got our distributor in. We got our old, new starter in. New wire for that. Put a new end on this. We're missing some grounds. I see some grounds here and there. Like we're missing the ground to the front here. There might still be one from the motor to the thing, but we'll see. So at this point, we're gonna put a battery on it and see what she does. We got a distributor on. Put a battery on. New old starter. We got all the girls over here for moral support. So we're gonna, oh, poor baby. So we're gonna give it the old Texas starting fluid here. Let's see if she starts. What are y'all doing? Sounds like shit, but it started. That is loud. It's parked. Watch out, girls, come on. Parked since 2002. New distributor, little starter. It's like the starter's struggling, so the timing may be off a little bit. But man, let me see what we can do about getting her to run a little longer. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna crank her up. Like we're running on gas too. You got something funny going on here. Probably tighten that up, I suppose. See if that stops the clanking noise. How about that? No idea if we have oil pressure or not. We're leaking gas down there, I can see that. Man, and ooh, I think she's gonna idle. Maybe. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this one on the revive or die for today. My guess is this truck will live to fight another day. It runs good, sounds good. So we'll see. Got a little bit of a fuel leak. So other than that, man, what a unit. My crew today are a bunch of maroons. I guess it needed all that supervision. Come on, girls. Y'all need to go. Go eat.